Morning, guys. Sorry about my breath. I mean, not my breath. Oh my God. Deep breath, Michelle. Today is Saturday. I think it said the 19th. Where do I start? Okay, yesterday, Friday, was the first day I had chemotherapy. And it went pretty well. Of course, when I first got there, my blood pressure was sky high. Not to mention I was very nervous. But then she took it again, and she's like, oh, we'll just stick with the first number because this one's even higher. Okay. So they had a little bit of trouble. Hold on, because I want to turn here. They had a little bit of trouble getting the port started, but they got it started. She says, don't worry. If it comes down to it, we'll set you up in a chair, we'll lean you back. She said, first let's try something else. Let me close these windows. I am so sorry, guys, but I want to get this video out ASAP because tomorrow is Sunday. And hopefully, I can relax tomorrow. Because next week will be my full week. There's one medicine, and I have a funny feeling it's the one that I always wanted to get on. There's actually two. The Ulta, well, there's three altogether, but Keytruda, that's the one. With a lot of side effects that I did not know. Well, I kind of knew from watching Jenny Apple, because she had, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, because if you know, you know. I can't remember if it was the Keytruda or she was on a clinical trial. But anyways, like I said, go-to for lung cancer. Highly recommends it. As soon as you get diagnosed with cancer. So, I'm finally doing that, but what I'm getting at, it's a lot of side effects, like mouth in the sores. Does that make sense? Mouth in the sores. How about sores in the mouth? Sores in the mouth, any kind of rash, of course, diarrhea and constipation. And the list goes on. When I get a little settled, I'm still very worried with my father. I call him at least 4 times a day. I call him once between 7 and 7:15 to remind him to take his first 1 pill for his thyroid, because he has to take that without food. And if I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. There may be people that don't know. My father had a stroke last Saturday, actually a week from today. They kept him in the hospital. Let's just go with 3.5 days, because that night he called me and frantic, saying that there's little tiny ants. You can't even see them, but they're everywhere. Oh my God, they're crawling up my leg. So hubby said, we gotta go now. Now keep in mind, neither one of us drive at night because we have that night blindness thing going on. And hubby only has one good eye, so I'll stop drooling on my cup. That's another thing she mentioned. Don't pick up any dog poop. Well, we're pretty lucky with that, because Bella's the type of dog that does not like pooping on a leash. I mean, if she's got to go, then she's got to go bad. But that's why we take her across the street, especially at night. I told hubby once I heal, I think they said 6 to 8 weeks, my port should fully heal. Then maybe I could walk her. He's like, no. We can't risk you falling, breaking something. No, I'll manage. I've been doing it this long. I'll manage. He's been such a help. Such a help. I mean, if he didn't have dialysis, he'd probably be there more times than me. He's very worried about my father. He loves my father. Why? I mean, maybe I said that wrong. My father doesn't care for him because he doesn't work. And I don't have a fancy car. We've been married for almost 30 years, and what do I have to show for it? And yada, yada, yada. He's a 95 Italian old man. No matter what boyfriend I had, I don't think he ever liked any of them. So there's that. You know, I guess I could kind of see the point. I'm his only child, his only girl, and protection and all that, but come on, you know, I'm 65 years old. And we've been married almost 30 years. I think I'm just going to get up and leave. No, not going to happen. And he would love that to happen. I would say, Rob even knows you don't care for him, but you know, everybody's got opinions, and we are still family. Yeah, but I'm like, please stop that, because then he just gets me really wound up. Look, the mail's back without even any notice. Go figure. So I'm on my way to Dad's now, if this looks familiar to you. It is. This morning when I called him, he seemed a little disorientated. Could be a good reason. One of the good reasons is because maybe he doesn't have his hearing aids in. And then he keeps saying, I'm trying to take a nap, and every time I try to take a nap, the phone rings. Well, he does get a lot of spam calls. And he tries to look at the caller ID, but by the time he doesn't even wear glasses. By the time he gets a good focus, they hang up. So last night we came up with a plan. I'll call twice, hang up, and then call back. And you know it's me. You don't have to worry about, did I miss a call from my daughter? But I don't think he remembers that. He called just as I was leaving to go to his house. And I said, do you need anything at the store? Well, I asked him that last night, planning on how I felt that I would be here today, because I'd like to have Sunday off. I didn't tell him that whole story, because then you have to talk very slow and make sure he understands every single word. And if he doesn't, you have to keep repeating it. Anyways, he's been like that. It's just gotten a lot worse. We still can't figure out why would you release a 95-year-old man that just had a stroke, that lives alone? I said even 20 days. Well, yeah, that'll be $2,000 a month. Okay, that's not going to cut it, because number one, Dad ain't going to pay $2,000 a month, because that's just about what he makes. So anyways, it's so frustrating to me, you know. And I was even talking to a very old friend. He used to be my dad's neighbor. I call him brother, and we're just going to call him brother because he's like a brother to me. He doesn't like to get in anybody's business. He used to be my dad's neighbor. But he would live, you know, stay a few weeks in Florida, then come back here and stuff like that. Mom loved him, Dad loved him. I mean, he was a great support system. And I felt so much, this was when my stepmom was alive. I felt safe because I know James was there. He'd go there at like 6:30 in the morning. My father would cook him eggs. He doesn't like coffee, but he would drink it anyways, you know. So he called, and says he's got a really cute twang to him. Even though he's from Florida, he still has a, like, you talk like this. Well, no, I'm not doing it good. In a manly voice. He said, Michelle, it's none of my business. I said, no, no, brother. I trust you wholeheartedly. You really need to take care of yourself. Because if you can't take care of yourself, if ever something happens to you, I said, I know, brother, I know. He's concerned. I know he's concerned. He calls my father Papa. Isn't that cute? Hey, Papa. Anyways, this video that I'm gonna put up either today or either today, which is Saturday, or Sunday. It's kind of gonna be a mishmash. Is that how you say it? Mishmash. Hopefully I can get them in order. If I don't, you'll understand. Thank you so much. I don't even think I've gone through all my messages, but I will tomorrow or maybe even today. My dad don't have internet, so it's very spotty. Okay, guys, I gotta go up this mountain, make sure it is Saturday, so there's a lot of cars going in and out. And that's the update. That's the update. I'm gonna stop right here so I can turn you off and give you a nice little view. All right, guys. Next update coming soon.